Thank you. John, I get the feeling, and I'd like you to prove me wrong, that there is a sense that the ideology is let's get people out of their cars and let's get them onto public transport. And if we can't get them onto public transport, we're going to make it so expensive to get in your car that you're not going to want to get into it anyway. What do you have to say that this is just taxation in the name of salvation?
Well, there are some points that you're making there, but and what the problem we have here is that our public transport system outside of London is just appallingly funded. The evidence out here in the sticks is that for every £1 you spend on public transport, you get about £4 delivered into the local economy. So this idea of poverty and affecting the poorest people is just wrong. It might not be the case in London. I'm not sure about the data in London, but certainly out here, you know, if you invest in public transport, you improve the economy. But what you don't do is improve the turnover of the buses. And since we have a privatized bus system, then the buses are trying to make a profit, not that they're trying to improve the economy. So poorer people are better off with better public transport and reducing car use and low car use cities is just a fundamental part of a sustainable city. You know, it's been shown that, you know, pedestrianising city centres improve the economy there and the health of people once they get moving. And you mentioned it yourself, removing congestion allows people who need to use their cars to be more effective. I'm not anti-car, I'm just pro-human here, that I want people to be better off.
John, what do you have to say to that as compelling argument?
What you're saying makes perfect sense if it's administered fairly and if it's administered on the basis of evidence. And why what's happening in London is very important. Even if you look at Andy Burnham's comments, he was the one who said you can't just tax people out of their cars with these zones. You've got to give people an incentive to get out of their car, not force them out of their car. Here in London, we're being forced out of our cars. And if you're sat somewhere else in the country, I don't know, Scunthorpe, Leeds, and you think this is irrelevant, to you, no, it isn't. What happens is it'll be done here in London, that'll be used as a justification, and then it will be foisted upon you. And people will do things to your community as Sadiq Khan has done here. Let's be clear. His own study said it will make a negligible effect on air quality. Yet, several studies have shown it will end 20% of small businesses. And if you know anything about communities, it's small businesses that take risks on younger people and older people who would find it harder to get a job out of one of the big corporations. Fundamental stuff to our communities. But ultimately, if you are an environmentalist, what you need is politicians who are putting in environmental policies to tell the truth. Because when they don't, they lose the public. Everybody wants lower congestion. Everybody wants good public transport. But actions like this, misconduct like this, don't help the case.